Hey, it's Marty Mauser. I'm in the Royal Suite. I saw you in the lobby yesterday.
Okay.
Well, I never talked to an actual movie star. You know, I'm something of a performer too.
Are you?
Yeah, you don't believe me?
I...
You what?
Marty Supreme is Timothée Chalamet's latest addition to what I think we can all agree now is a generational filmography in the making. And before we start talking about this film, I think we have to address the other half of the film because quite truly, if you only watch this film, it's only half the experience. The authentic Marty Supreme experience can't be talked about without acknowledging its marketing campaign. Like seriously, it was a play of a genius and I don't recall a marketing campaign as good and as effective as this film in quite some time. Like they did so many different things like flying a balloon over the city, and Timothee dropping an underground hip hop track was not on my wish list, but I love that song and I wish it would have been used in the film. But yeah, I think all of this came together beautifully as the film picked up 9 Oscar nominations this year, and I'm pretty sure it is a front runner to win a handful of those too.
Now, fresh off, when the movie was getting made, I heard about the Safdie brothers making 2 different films. One is Benny Safdie's The Smashing Machine, starring Dwayne Johnson, and the other is Josh Safdie's Marty Supreme. Well, I had watched The Smashing Machine a few months back, and I liked it pretty well, but that is nowhere in comparison to what the better Safdie brothers film is this year. That is Marty Supreme.
And before I talk about my experience with the film, I wanna hear what Honorable has to say because we both watched the film but in separate days as our schedules quite didn't land up. So yeah.
We won't dive into any spoilers in this review because this film is better enjoyed when you don't know anything about it. Like seriously, this movie is absolutely not about ping-pong. You will know when you watch it.
Now talking about my experience with the film, it was honestly a blast, and that is kudos to the abnormally loud crowd that showed up for this. Like seriously, I wasn't expecting any kind of noise for this film as this is being released in India 1 month after its US release. But the crowd really showed up for this and it really added to the experience. And I gotta give the film credit for that also, like the energy this film carries. I think the best way to explain it is that this is one of those movies that makes me wanna jump out of my seat and throw popcorn at the screen with my friends because you know it's just that fun.
When I came out, some people in the audience were saying this is the adaptation of Odyssey before Christopher Nolan did it, and it was a wonderful joke. You will know it when you see it.
Now let's get some of the obvious points out of the way. Like the pacing, the runtime absolutely flies away. Acting, everyone showed up, give Timothée the Oscar right now. Visuals, I wish I watched this on the IMAX screen. But I want to specifically point out something that I do not see other reviewers talk about enough, which is the score of the film. This is one of the scores that really breathes life into the film, but it's not too on the nose, like you won't be consciously aware of it and go like, yeah, the score is amazing dude. Instead, if it kind of blends into the background, and that's really a testament because this is a very very loud film. And the score is honestly like this really chill jazz kind of music, and those two theoretically should not work together, but it somehow stays in harmony.
This movie has one of the greatest opening credits I have seen in decades, and Timothée Chalamet definitely deserves an Oscar for this. The editing and the cinematography of this film is fantastic. Darius Khondji's lensing made every ping-pong shot breathtaking and anxiety-filled every time the audience locked in while watching, and everyone clapped when the last blow occurred. It reminded me of The Challengers last year, but this is not an average sports film. It's much more than that. You don't know what road it's gonna take at every step the film plays out.
And I also want to give flowers to, well actually this might be a bit biased because you see I love Tyler the Creator, who is one of my favorite hip hop artists. And if you're familiar with Tyler's work, you know he's like this crazy dude and has this energy that is really hard to match for others. But the way Chalamet met Tyler's energy here, like every scene they shared, those were my favorite scenes of the film. And I love the fact that the makers didn't give Tyler any character to play and simply told him to play his true, authentic self. Overall, Marty Supreme is one of the best films of last year and truly leaves its mark long after the credits roll. And I think we are very blessed to witness the rise of what truly might be one of the best actors of our generation, Timothée Chalamet. Give this movie every flower it deserves. It is a true modern classic.
Well, that's it for today. Go check it out in your nearest theaters. It has finally released in India, but it hasn't got as much screens as it expected it to be. But as far as I can see from the Book My Show pages, the screens are pretty much getting filled. I was in a 70% full auditorium, but yet the shows have not increased. That's a sad situation out here in India for every good film that releases here, I suppose. But anyways, follow us for more such reviews. We are the Unusual Critics, signing off.